So after last week's loss, we came out with a vengeance in this game and scored the first 34 points of the game. Bam. Why didn't we play like this last week? We won the game 37-14, running away with it pretty much. 445 yards of total offense. Not a real big day for us. 201 rushing yards, 244 passing yards. We did have 4 rushing touchdowns. No turnovers, thank goodness. Horner and Wright both played a little bit in this game. Horner was 13 for 19, 222 and a touchdown. Nice day for Horner. Ramsey, 18 carries, a $110 and a touchdown. Stewart, the fullback, added 2 more touchdowns. I cannot believe how many touchdowns he scored this year. Receiving, the tight end had 103 yards. Big day for him. Valentine, no catches. Bush had 4 of them and a touchdown. Looking at the championship contenders, we did not take a nosedive in 2018 or 19 after the loss last week like we thought we might, so we're still in good shape. 11. We moved up to number 11 this year. Hopefully we can win the conference championship and get in the top 10 and get a BCS bowl game. So currently we're projected to play the 6-6 LSU Tigers in the Liberty Bowl. We have a bye this week, so no game. But we did sign the 70 overall free safety, and the 68 overall center ended up signing with Southern Miss, probably because they just kicked our ass. I don't blame them for signing there. Get off my board. So that wraps it up. We'll be back with a conference championship game after this. Checking out the game this week. Nothing really to review recruiting wise, but in our game this week we play Florida Atlantic, and Kirby is picking us to win, and we have, get this, literally all the arrows. Write that down, little chef. All the arrows. So hopefully we'll be able to get back-to-back conference championship wins. Not 1, not 2, but 3. We are tied at the half, 21-21, and in the second half, we said, screw you guys, we're winning the conference championship. Back to back. We're pretty much even here on first downs, 22 each. Offense, we had a little bit better offensive day. We had 251 rushing yards, not touchdowns. 3 rushing touchdowns, 18 for 26, 3 passing touchdowns, 224 passing yards. Does it get more even than that? Really? I mean, does it? 18 for 26, 3 touchdowns, like I said. I'm sacked 1 time. Running the ball, Horner went off. 14 carries, 128 yards for him, and 2 touchdowns. Nice day for the quarterback. Ramsey had 10 more carries for 68 yards. Nash 6 for 40. And Stewart, the fullback, who we're going to miss, 2 for 11. And look at that. Lewis, the third string running back, cornerback, wide receiver, and fullback and safety had a rushing touchdown. Receiving, Valentine, look at that, making a push this week. 6 catches, 58 yards with a touchdown. Bush added 2 more touchdowns to his resume, and Ramsey 2 catches for 47 yards. So with that win, it gets us into the AutoZone Holiday Bowl, I believe is what it was. We play LSU, and Herbie's picking LSU to win this game. Let's take a look at All-Americans. First team, I'm not sure if we'll have anyone on this list or not. Oh, look, Nash. Oh my gosh, the freshman Dave Nash, first team All-American. Bam, take that. 8.5 sacks. Nice job there. Oh, Josiah and Arnold. 2 middle, and McGee. Wow, I got 4 defensive players on first team All-American. That's impressive. And Jeff Arnold won the Best Linebacker of the Year award. McGee won the Best Cornerback of the Year award, and I think he won the Best Defensive Player of the Year award. Second team, boom, defensive tackle Baker, the senior. Really sad that he missed all of last year, but glad he was able to come back this year. He had a pretty good overall season, had 6.5 sacks, and manned the middle for us. First team All-American freshman Ramsey, no surprise there. A nice year for him. Eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark this year in his first year starting. He is going to be forced to be reckoned with in a few years. The left guard also made the list as the And then we got the right guard, the left end, the right end, and a cornerback, and our punter are all first team, all freshmen, all American. Conference USA, I think there's a clip we can play where I said, no, Boosie's not going to be first team all American. It's going to be Ramsey. So we'll have to see if we can find that, and we'll plug it in right here. Conference USA, let's see here. We got our starting quarterback, Horner. And I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say Ramsey's going to finish the first team all-conference running back. You heard it here first. Ramsey is going to get that award. Look at this. We got our 5 offensive linemen are all first team all-conference USA. Left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle. That is crazy. And what's even more crazy is only 2 of them are seniors. We got 2 guys first team All-American, or first team All-Conference USA. On 3 of our guys. Oh my gosh, look at all these guys first team All-Conference USA. This is crazy. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 I counted, I think. Second team. Horner was the second team quarterback. He had a good year, not as good as last year, but he didn't make it. We had a wide receiver, tight end. Seriously, we got a left tackle and a left guard on second team. That's crazy. So we had 7 offensive linemen make first and second team All-Conference USA. Left end Roach made it. Leslie Gray didn't make it. That kind of surprises me. He had definitely a down year, so we may have to redshirt him next year and kind of set him straight. So McGee wins the Bednarik Defensive Player of the Year award. Jeff Arnold, the sophomore linebacker, wins the Linebacker of the Year award, Best Linebacker. McGee, the junior, wins the Best Cornerback, or the Thorpe Award. And that brings us to our bowl game where we play LSU, and that's who Herbie's picking. They're 6-6, and he's picking them to win. Oh man, and we lost 28-37. It just looks like it looks like a good game, but it looks like we just, I don't know, we didn't run the ball as well as we normally do. Only 40 carries for 183 yards. No turnovers. The passing was down as well. We were good on third down. We were good in the red zone. I guess we just didn't move the ball very well. And in fact, we were only 1 for 1 in the red zone. That's kind of crazy. We didn't move the ball better than that. Horner was 13 for 23, which isn't a bad percentage. Just not only 197 yards. He was sacked 3 times, which is a lot more than he normally is. Ramsey ran it 19 times for 92 yards, and he got 2 touchdowns. Horner added 10 more carries for 32 yards. Just really not a good day for us overall. Not really much to say. The tight end added 2 touchdown catches, so we end the season with a loss in the bowl game. Checking out the season stats, Horner finished the year with 2,394 yards and 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Is that the same numbers he had last year? Actually, it's 1 less interception, but 27 touchdowns back-to-back years. Rushing the ball, Ramsey had 199 carries for the freshman, 9 touchdowns. Nice year for him. Horner added 10 more touchdowns on the ground, 820 yards rushing. Nash, nice year backing up Ramsey. He added 9 touchdowns as well. Stewart, the senior fullback, had 5 touchdowns. Just a great year for him. Going to miss him next year. Bush and Valentine, very good years. 61 catches and 58 respectively. 849 yards for Bush. He had a really good year. Came on strong at the end. And Harmon, the tight end, finished with 10 touchdown catches. And this was the only year that he played. He had 1 year for us. He got 52 catches and 10 touchdowns. Nice year for him. Ramsey did add 4 touchdown catches through the air. And 2 more for the fullback. That fullback just did everything. He finished with 663 total rushing yards, 8 total touchdowns rushing. Receiving, he caught 4 touchdown catches over his career for 411 yards. Just a really nice all-around fullback for us. Arnold, the linebacker of the year, finished with 87 tackles and 6.5 sacks. Nash, the freshman defensive end, had 9.5 sacks this year. Excited to get him back on the field. Very nice job by Nash. Roach, his partner on the other side, added 5.5. McGee finished the defensive player of the year, finished with 8 interceptions on the season. Austin, he came on strong too. 5 interceptions to finish the season. 21 deflections by McGee. Why are they throwing at him? 2 fumbles forced by Josiah and Arnold each. And Josiah recovered 2. We had 3 blocked field goals or punts. No surprise there. Josiah, Leslie Gray, whose name hasn't been called much, he's still here. Just not as good a year as he had the previous year, but still a very valuable player for us. Edwards finished 10 for 13 on kicks, 76%, so he ended up missing 3 kicks all year, and then he missed 2 extra points. One of them was blocked. We'll take a look at some career stats here as well. Horner, overall 5,164 passing yards and 54 touchdowns so far. He's a sophomore, going to be back next year. Man, he's been good so far. Been sacked 48 times total. Running the ball, Horner is going to be definitely leading us in this category since he runs the ball quite a bit for us. You may recall that last year he hit that 1,000-yard mark rushing. This year, 820 yards, and he's added 16 touchdowns on the ground. Just an overall, he's just a great all-around quarterback for us. Does a little bit of everything. Nash, the do-it-all backup running back, looking good there. 11 touchdowns for his career, 1,000 yards rushing. Stewart, we've already talked about his impact on the team. Receptions, Valentine is leading us with 73, 62 for Bush. Harmon's gone after this year, same for Stewart. Ramsey will be back, of course, and we'll have several other guys back as well. Baker is leading us in tackles. He's leaving this year. Finished with 11 sacks for his career. He's a defensive tackle, nice player. Strong safety, Levine, he's gone as well. And Newton, D-tackle, gone. We're losing a lot of these guys up here. But freshman Nash is going to be back, of course. Excited to have him back. Career sacks, Baker had 11. Josiah, the senior, he finished with 10.5. He is gone as well. But like I said, Nash will be back, and he was getting pressure on the quarterback. And the best linebacker in the country, Arnold, will be back. McGee, he should be back unless he decides to go pro, but I think he'll be back next year. Finished with 15 interceptions for his career so far. He got one more year to get to add to that number. That is going to wrap up season number 4 for the UTSA Roadrunners. We'll be back season number 5. Very excited to get season 5 started, get it underway. This will be the first year that I have recruits that I have are completely on this team. This will be all my recruits starting next year. I'm very excited to have those guys out there and see what we can do next year. Make sure you go check out Little Chef's channel and see what he's doing with Texas State. He is making improvements over there, and that team is getting better. So check out his channel. Link to the playlist is in the description as always. Thanks again for watching.